Already cancelled. Already cancelled. Already cancelled.
Does anyone out of Australia use the word rort? I don't think so. It's an Aussie word, isn't it? Rort.
I have no idea.
Oh, you guys aren't really interested in the... Sorry. Just came to my mind. Don't get too disappointed, guys.
What would you call it out? What's another synonym for
Scam.
rort? Scam.
Yeah, but no one else says it. I feel like it's a very... I haven't heard that since like the early 2000s.
I don't know what rort.
He rorted me. Like I haven't heard that in
Scammed
so
me. Yeah, it's a
long.
scam. That's right.
Scam.
Yeah, okay.
This one's never even heard it in her life.
No, I have, but I never really use it.
Yeah.
Rort.
You know what I don't use? Hammers. Have you ever used a hammer before?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never used a hammer.
So
No, I'm
you
joking.
were a tradie for a day.
Dude, so yesterday my mate calls me up and he's like, "Oh, my workers aren't showing up to work. Can you come help me? He's not in today."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, sure. Like, what do you have to do?" He's like, "Oh, I've got to remove a whole kitchen and then dump everything in the truck and like the tiles and use the jackhammer." And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I got you. I'll come help out." So I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. Got to his house at 6, jumped in the big ass truck, had my high vis on and all that stuff.
How did it feel? Did you have like work boots as well? Full suit?
I was meant to have work boots. Unfortunately,
Wait, don't you need some sort of like insurance and stuff and things?
I think the job site would have that.
Okay.
The business will have
You
it.
don't need to be qualified to be a labourer.
You don't?
Not to be a labourer, no. You just need to have like your white hat or
White card, I think.
white card, which I have. White hat. What's wrong with me?
What's a white card?
I've got a white card.
What is that?
It's like a license to be able to work on construction sites, kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's like you're
Construction work.
accredited, like you understand health and safety and all that
right.
bullshit that comes with it.
Yeah.
How do you have that though?
Oh, you can easily get it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
easy to get. You
not-
just got
not
to
hard to
register
get.
for it.
I used to be a cabler.
Oh,
time ago.
so it's still valid.
I think you're meant to
Renew it.
renew it. I think I did.
I think you did too.
Yes, I renewed it. Yes, I definitely did that. But I learned something yesterday.
Yeah.
I am not built. I'm not built. I can't even say the word. I'm not built for the trade life.
What do you mean?
It's
I
difficult.
can't be a tradesperson. I can't be
Fair
a tradie.
enough.
It's impossible. Like I'm so surprised because I looked at my mate and this is probably an hour into the job. He's got all this energy in the world going back and forth, lifting like 17 tiles at once, taking them to the things. He's on the jackhammer going like this.
Yeah.
Brother, within an hour I was done. I tapped out. I can't do it.
It's hard work.
I'm not built for it. How these people do it
Yeah.
every single day, 5-6 days a week for their entire life proves to me that life is a simulation.
Okay, I don't think that's
think
the
it's-
leap you make, that it's a simulation. You
No.
just are not as hard worker.
No,
I just think that you're
It's not
not used to
possible.
it. It's, I mean, these a lot of these construction guys, they do start when they're young.
Yeah.
And they enjoy it because it's just like, get the job done, get out. Like that's the
Yeah, some
mentality.
people work with their
And then-
like hands and they work with their like they're just built for it. They're cut out for it. There's just certain things you're just not built for. That's fine.
No, but I get that. I understand it. But when I see someone lift up like a piece of plywood that probably weighs 100 kilos and they just put it on their shoulder and they just walk like
But even
it's
if
nothing.
even if it weighs 20 kilos, a huge piece of timber is hard to carry because of the length.
But they do this all by themselves.
Yeah.
you get used to it. You build certain muscles for it to
Yeah.
be able to,
Muscle memory.
I watched these two poor Mongolian men, all right, digging a hole. I don't know if it was a swimming pool. I don't know what it was at this construction site that they were digging.
Yeah.
But they were digging for about 8 hours straight in the sun. No stopping.
Yeah.
Were they wearing a hat?
Yeah.
Because here's
they
the thing.
actually weren't.
I was walking. I went to Woolies last night, and on the way out, I saw a tradie who's like a tradesman, whatever.
Yeah.
Or probably a brickie. Maybe he's a bricklayer.
Yeah.
Like white guy, completely tanned, and it just made me think these guys spend all day in the sun.
Yeah, they
like
do.
all day. And I started thinking, I hope he put sunscreen on or something to help him, because this guy was like full tan. But you know, you can tell that they're white that's gone full tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't look natural.
It's just not natural.
It just
And
looks
I'm like,
straight.
man,
Yeah.
this guy's like darker than me almost.
Yeah. He probably does wear sunscreen. But you know what? It's so funny, like to me, just imagining Yaz trying to like, after the first hour, just him thinking, how am I going to get through the rest of the like, the rest of the day?
Don't get me wrong. I sucked it up.
Yeah. So you kept working.
I injured myself. I'm 100% like I can feel it today.
But you know what? The fact that your head goes straight to like, oh, it's a simulation is so funny, because this is what I imagine Yaz looking at everyone being like, I'm the main character.
I think everything that's hard, everything that's hard for Yads is a simulation. You're like, whenever something's like, oh no, that's a simulation. I'm not doing that. Is that the vibe?
It's just when something just isn't humanly possible. Like I did it yesterday for one day, but ask me to do it for my entire life, and I'll tell you to get fucked.
I feel like this is you. The first day you went to the gym as well. Like everyone here.
No. The gym is so different to being a tradie or like being a labourer. Like this man. Bro, they were skinny blokes that were doing this. Like they weren't like these buff, monstrous gym junkies that were lifting these tiles
called strength,
above their head.
It's called strength.
It's literally strength. Yeah, it's so true. It's like what's his name? Why have I gone completely blank? The Kung Fu master, Bruce Lee. He if you looked at him, he could like you see some of his best like fighting scenes or like you've seen and he punches someone and he fully like impacts them and he's like so thin.
Yeah, but are you trying to get evidence from a movie?
No. But
because that's a movie.
No, but Bruce Lee is an actual fighter.
Yeah, I know that. But
like
a lot of the stuff you see was in the movies.
No, but like...
If Nisha is seeing someone get punched with a string behind him and they pull them like
20 meters. But he's known for like his mastery in art. And like there are clips of him and I'm pretty sure they're not movie clips of him.
No,
like,
he's got a lot of power.
Like, a lot of power. And I remember looking at that and being like, he is so like... compared to his components, so small. Yeah. But he has so much strength.
Well, look at an ant. An ant can carry 3 times its own body weight.
Well, there you go.
Well, I'm no ant. I'm no ant. I'm no tradie. Give me an aircon studio like this and let me talk for a living.
How'd you feel coming into work today? Knowing that's what you had to do. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's true.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of these, like laborers, like these Mongolian blokes that I was talking to, right? They're obviously coming from a country where what they're getting paid now in a month is what they would get in an entire year.
Yeah.
So they're more than happy to dig
Keep
holes.
Working,
yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like to them, it's like they've hit the lotto.
Yeah.
For me, complete opposite.
But you realize you honestly, you realize you're cut out for certain things. Like I remember when I got my first job in hospitality, I learned real quick smart that I am not cut out to do like work in a food area.
Is it because you can't cook?
No, I wasn't. I was just waiting tables, but I was just so bad at that service. Like I still recall, like
because you'd be trying to fill the awkward gaps between someone trying to order. It's like, what do I feel like? And Nishi just talks about
I was weirdly nervous. I was just really, really nervous. Like, I'm like, what would you like? And then writing it down, that whole process seems so complex to me that I would go to do bathroom breaks and I would just stay in the bathroom for like half an hour at a time.
But I feel like waiting tables is like this most simplest job you could do.
No, because I don't know, people who are hungry are just very mean. Just like, I didn't have a good time. And I only lasted in that job for like 4 weeks, and then my mom would call up and she'd be like, "Oh, Nisha can't come in," like on my behalf.
How old were you?
No,
I'm actually. How old are you?
I think I probably was like 14, 15.
Oh, okay, you're a child.
Yeah, but then I got another food job.
I just saw adult Nisha doing this.
No, I'm much better. Thank you very much. But I remember getting a food job as well, and guys, I still relive this moment. But I was terrible at the job.
What's a food job?
Oh, so I was like making shakes and smoothies behind, like it was like a little fruit shop.
Yeah.
And anyway, I would go there and I hated the job, but I wanted the money. I was like 15. I think it's like my first proper job. And my mom once again would always I would always ask her to call in when I was feeling unwell, to the point where I walked in one day and the owner like fired me. Like I walked in and he was like, my mom just dropped me there. I went in and he was like, "Look, I don't think this is working out." And I said, "Please," like I was like,
you begged for your job.
Begged. And he goes, "You know what? Today you can work." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." And then I was like, "Oh, but I left my uniform at home."
Oh my God. You're the worst.
I think there was a reason why it didn't work out, Nisha.
And then he literally went, "No, I think you should just leave." And I said, "Okay." And then I called my mom. I was like, "Mom, can you pick me up?" And I think she knew, but she didn't say anything. And it was like the most quiet, drove home. I was so
that's
bad.
sad. Who would fire Nishi?
Oh, she didn't rock up with her uniform. Her mum was calling her in. Like, it's not a reliable employee, is it?
True.
How old were you here?
I was like 15. I remember being 15, yeah. And that was the last job that I ever did. Oh, there's been
more?
Job. No, there was okay. So this is what happened, right? And then I realized I wasn't cut out for the
Hospitality world.
well, hospitality, but then also events. So I worked as I worked in events.
This is going to be Avnisha's biography.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
When she writes her biography, it's going to be these stories.
no, I was so good at the interview process, the flying colors, and then I got the job, and I realized it was late nights because we set up for events, and then we
pack down.
We had to pack down, and pack down would take up like 4 in the morning, 3 to 4 in the morning. We're still packing down. It was like at the Parliament House and things like that, like big events in Canberra. And so by my third job, I realized that the only way they can get to me is if they call me, but if I never pick up my phone, then I don't have to do the job anymore. And so after
But
like
on-call job, is that on-call
like
job?
on-call job.
Jobs are the worst.
so I just never answered my phone, and then I still don't. They never actually technically
So
fired
technically
me.
you're still hired.
Yeah, technically, I'm still.
They're still trying to call her to this day.
I'm so
No,
bad.
this is not Avnisha.
Hello. No, but you know what? That was the last job I did bad. Everything. else
well,
was-
I have one experience of a job that I just was like, nah, this is not me.
Yeah.
And it was a door knocker.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
Oh
the story.
yeah,
I
you
was
were a door knocker.
Oh, the worst job.
Do you get paid an hourly wage?
No, you get paid on commission.
just commission. That's got to be illegal. That
That's
can't be
legal. That's all right.
But if you get your commission, it's good. He's knocking on doors, going to different areas. They took us up to Port Macquarie, and which is about a 2-hour drive from Sydney. And I was like, oh yeah, so what hotel are we staying in? And they all laughed, and
Oh
they
my
said, no,
gosh.
it's a hostel.
You're staying at a hostel.
We stayed at a hostel.
So-
I didn't pack anything for a hostel. Never stayed at a hostel before. Do I look like a backpacker? Everyone's a backpacker in this job. I didn't even realize.
Not only are they not paying you, but they're putting you up in a shared room with probably like
They
12
made
people.
me a sandwich, a cheese and butter sandwich for lunch. That's what I had for lunch. And they gave me a poncho,
Oh, that's good.
a cheese and butter sandwich, and a muesli bar,
Why did they give
And
you a
that's-
poncho?
just in case it rained. And I had to go knock on doors. I was there for 3 days. I thought, I can't do this.
What were you selling?
I can't do
What
this.
were you selling?
Surf Life Saving. Like, it was a good cause, like a membership to Surf Life Saving. So it's like, you know, the lifeguards and stuff.
Yeah, what's...
Surf Life Saving Australia. You donate. You can do your monthly donations.
Oh, that's all it is?
And
Goes
then,
towards them?
so we signed people up for it, right? And I had to work for all the pitch. 3 days in, I was like, I can't do this. So I told them that my auntie had a heart attack.
What?
Understandable. No, I've done that before.
And
too.
then I got in a plane and flew home and never spoke to them again.
Why would you get on a plane? It's 2 hours away.
Well, how was it? I have to rent a car. Like, how would I? I just jumped on a plane and flew home. I asked my parents to book me a flight
Oh, that's fair.
because I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't do it.
Did you sell anything in that 3 days?
I made like $300, $400. It was pretty good. I had a good knock.
What was your like opening line?
Oh, there's the old. Oh, I don't even remember the opening line. But I remember I had to go like we've seen everyone in the area today. And, you know, it was a full pitch written out for me.
Oh, God, that's the
And
worst.
the door just closes on you.
No, because, you know, the last place you want to get, like, sold something is at your own house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Like,
true.
piss, I have a bit of respect.
Yeah.
And to this day, there's still people knocking at doors.
I've never had someone come to my door.
Never?
Only just recently, but it was very different. It was for a kid who's like the father came to the door because he was selling chocolates for his son.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's different.
Jehovah's Witness, ever?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I get that. I get like donation things as well, cancer council and stuff like that. And when it comes to like your heart, you can't just slam the door because you know it's an important cause, especially when they say, yeah, like my granddad's going through it and stuff. You're like, hurry out, like, what do I do?
Yeah, they're lying to you, though.
But I'll say, I'll just look on the website and I'll go through the website.
They
Thank
are
you.
lying to you. When they try to sell you something for,
But
like,
yeah.
you know, whatever it is, whatever donation, and they'll start making up stories in just to sell you that pitch. Like when
Yeah.
they come and tell you, oh, you know, my uncle's suffering from this, or my grandfather is suffering, or I lost my father. I'm telling you now, 90% of the time they're lying. They're trying to pull your dude. They're doing it for money.
Yeah,
But it's
They're
not their
literally doing
money.
they're doing it for commission.
Yeah.
That's true.
commission.
No
But,
hourly rate. So anything they can do to pull on those heartstrings of yours and pull money out of your pocket, they'll do it.
yeah,
So would you ever do another day of a trade, Yaz? If your mate needed help again, you go help him. He's your mate.
Only because he needs help, and
Yeah.
he's actually said, I've got like some more work coming up if you want to do it. but I'm not built for it. But I did get like a weird sense of satisfaction.
It would
from
be. I was about to say you'd feel accomplished though, right? Because
accomplished and filthy. That's the other thing too, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
I could not wait to get home and just jump in the shower. I
Yeah.
felt
Did you
so
sleep well?
dirty. I slept amazing.
See,
Oi.
see, that's a.
I woke up this morning and I was like, that was the best sleep of my life. It was that good, by the way.
Yeah.
I wasn't even under the covers.
Oh, really?
I wasn't even under the covers. So I'm
So
in my undies on top of the covers. I can't do that. There's no way I can sleep like that. But I did.
You just knocked out.
I just conked out.
Yeah.
That's what happens when it's a hard day's work.
Well,
Your body just there's nothing you can do.
I can't
It just
believe that
sleeps.
that's actually what work is.
Yeah.
well, there's lots of type of work. I'm doing a different type of job now. Speaking of a hard day's work, I'm a house husband. I've become a house husband after working 10 years at companies and radio and all this content stuff. And then since we started this podcast, I've had a lot more time on my hands, and my wife is doing a lot more of the 9 to 5, and I'm doing of the house chores and all that stuff.
So
you enjoy it?
I enjoy the time with the kids.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that their whole life until now. Like never was able to take them to school. I was always able to pick them up, but sometimes even that was hard because I was doing 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Radio, label, and then all the way there. But now it's like every day kids, and I've got them into a good routine now, but I have to
Yeah.
get myself into one first. But it's I'm a house husband.
That's
I do washing. I do 3 loads of washing on a Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday's your washing day.
It's my washing day. Vacuum, mop, clean the kids' room, prepare dinner, cook a mean curry.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's not for me.
You've never tried
It's
it.
actually hard because you start to be like, this house, like not like of Nisha's house being a prison, but it kind of feels like this house is like I'm stuck in the house all day. I want to get out and do stuff. Like I'd go for random drives with Lorraine when she gets home. Like, let's go for a drive. I need to get out of the house. So we just like, where are we gonna go? I'm like, I don't know. Let's just go look at us. Like, I don't know. Let's just go drive here. So we go and drive to like a random suburb we've never been to before. Like last night we went to a random suburb.
What are you talking about?
What are you,
How did
what
this-
are
how did
you
this-
talking
Wait,
about?
because I'm actually really confused on how we even got to what you're talking about now.
Me being a
he's
husband,
saying
house
that-
husband. The day in like the work, how work has changed, how things have changed.
Well, because Lorraine
Yaz is
now
doing
has a
day as
9 to
tradie,
5.
and I'm doing the days as a house husband.
Yeah, because we obviously with the podcast and everything, he has a lot more hours free. And because
Yeah.
Lorraine's doing the traditional 9 to 5, he's now at home doing a lot of.
No, I get that. How did we get into the car and drive into
Well,
different
Because
he's-
like I'm stuck in the house all day. I want to get out of the
Oh,
house.
you want to get okay? Gotcha.
So then I want to get out of the house. Lorraine gets home. The kids get home. I'm like, I want to get out. I want to spend time, but I don't want to just do it in the house with the kids. So let's get in the car.
Let's
and
go
for a
do
drive.
something. Get out. Yeah.
So we go for drives, and then like where we're gonna
who's
go?
driving? I feel like
Me.
you're oh, okay.
I'm driving.
So you still got that responsibility.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I want to drive because I've been sitting down, you know. So I've been just whatever all day. But then we go for drives and we drive. Like last night we went to a random suburb, like 10 minutes away. And we started driving all the streets and looking at the houses and seeing where, and then I found 3 hectic parks, like mad parks. I found a supermarket, like a full on
And
like
you
there's
say,
a lot of-
traditional.
and you
tradi-
say
no, but
my
this is-
house is a prison.
No,
and
but this is
my
not
life.
No, but this is a tradition, like a like real community, like not even an IGA. It's like a full on like small business supermarket. I'm like, I want to shop there instead of Woolworths and Coles.
We need an intervention. This is not normal.
No, this is no. How is this? Is this?
I
not
don't.
normal?
I'm trying to think of something to say to you, but I've got nothing.
What? There's bad. It's bad.
It's just different.
I found a house yesterday that was so. I've never seen a bigger house in my life. Like I've never seen a bigger house in my entire life. This thing was 4 levels and was like, I thought it was like a hospital. It's a freaking house.
Okay.
Ugly as hell, but bigger than I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, what is that? So we tried to get to the house, and the only way in was a driveway. And I thought, oh, should we drive up the driveway?
You taking the kids with you?
Yeah, the kids are in the back.
Oh, poor children.
I pulled over to the side and asked the people on the street, whose house is that? They said no one's lived in it for years.
Wait.
There was
Okay,
people
see, now
walk-
we're getting somewhere.
People walking the dog, and Lorraine's like, no, don't. Like I haven't got a bra on.
What is this conversation, man?
So I'm like, oh no, but I really want to know what the house is. So
Okay, so hold on. Let's just put a pause on the house in this abandoned house. So Lorraine enjoys this, going to different suburbs and looking at supermarkets and big houses.
Not looking at supermarkets. It's just like it's like a exploration, right? It's an exploration. We're natural explorers as human beings. within our means at these days.
Did you just have a goal in mind? Like, hey, we'll get ice cream, or hey, we'll do this.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Oh, we had to go get nappies. So we went and got nappies first, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go home. I was like, oh, we'll just go home. I'm like, nah, I want to go for a drive. So we drove and we found this suburb and we went around the circles and
just drove.
oh, this is the high residential section of the suburb.
What
and
suburb was it?
Currans Hill.
Never heard of
It's
it.
in
Never heard of
Macarthur region. In Macarthur.
Actually, we should go for a drive, me and you.
You should let me drive. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, it's up to you guys. I'm an expert at driving around suburbs.
Yeah,
by
I
the way.
reckon Kian should be the tour guide because he's the
Well,
bloody
it's more
suburbia
because
king.
you got to pick the right streets, because if you go down the right street, no through road, far out, got to do a U-turn.
Nah.
You want to make sure you pick the right street so you end up doing a perfect wrap around and back out.
I don't want to hang out with you on the weekends.
You never do anyway, so
Yeah,
it's not a
for
problem.
that exact reason. Hey, bro, what are you doing tonight? No, I'm just driving around the neighborhood.
And Paula
Cool. I wouldn't
Rain,
do that
she's
if we were
just
gonna hang
worked
out.
9 to 5. She must be exhausted, and now she has to go through all the suburbs. And
No, but she enjoys it too, I'm sure. People enjoy that. Have you never got in the car and gone for a drive and gone, oh shit, that's where that is?
I have gone for a doctor, so it would clear my mind or something.
Yeah, that's what it sort of is like. It's sort of like that.
But one, that's by myself, so I can have like my thoughts go through and stuff. But I'm not going to sightsee suburbs.
yeah, I've never-
That's weird.
that's what it is.
That's
Kian.
weird. Oh my god, look at that. It's not even a Woolworths. It's not even an IGA. I want to shop there. Why?
Oh, well, you know, you discover what's around you. Did you get surprised? Like, that's only 10 minutes away? Or you find a park, oh, God, the kids would love playing at that park. Let's go there. It's a bit of different.
Hey, is
Something
it
different.
bad? Is it bad going back to you being a house husband? Is it bad that I just will not do the washing, like something like the washing? I just won't do it.
Why?
I just don't want to do it. Ever
When
in
if
my
you live
life.
by yourself, you're going to have to do your
No,
own
I'm
washing.
talking about when I have a missus and when I have a wife and when I have a family.
You should both do the washing.
No, I'm not doing the washing.
Okay, so hold on. What do you think is like... Aren't you going to split things 50-50?
No.
Will she- okay, hold on.
You can split my money 50-50.
Will she-
And
will
that's
what if
my
she
job.
makes
Will she?
money?
Well, hold
She
on.
won't be making money.
Okay, well, there's a difference there.
Wait,
There's a
hold
difference
on.
there.
What? Wait. So, la, 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 la. Okay, hold on. You just put a pause there. What do you mean she won't be making money?
Like, unless she's like the CEO of a major company and she's making $1 million a year, what's the point?
Well, okay. Wonder if she's making a good 100K a year.
What's
or
the point? I'm going to be making millions. What's the actual point?
if she
Hold on for a
because she
second.
wants to
Hold on for a
work. Wonder if
second.
she wants to work. Like,
Are you-
that's what she wants
why?
to
Let me
do.
ask
Why
this.
do you
Let me
wanna work?
let me ask
You're
these
like-
questions. Hold on. Let me ask a question. Do you want your partner, your wife, to work?
Yeah, if we need the money,
Okay.
but we won't.
Now, if she, okay, all right. Now let's hypothetically say you need the money. You guys both are working. All right,
It's
you
a
both need to
big
contribute.
hypothetical. Huge hypothetical.
If that's the case,
Yeah,
who then does the washing?
she still does the washing.
Okay, what do you do around the house?
I'll make sure that the
That
house...
she does the washing.
I will overlook.
Horrible.
I will overlook all the projects in the house.
I'll supervise.
I'll supervise the washing, the cooking, the cleaning.
You're lying.
I'll be like those OH&S officers that walk in. I'll have a clipboard and I'll be
Where's-
like, okay, a bit of dust on this.
Where's your white card?
Yeah, he's like, it's been renewed. Don't worry. Oi, no.
I told you I'm not made for trades. That's considered a trade.
Okay, no,
right?
but hold on for
No.
a second. Now you like, I know why this is probably the case because your mum's probably done a lot for you house-wise, and
I just love a traditional household.
yeah, okay. But
I
a
love-
traditional
I love the
household,
thought
the
of
traditional
traditional
household
household.
means that then a traditional household means that the woman, the wife, usually doesn't work. Right? That's traditional,
Correct.
and you do work.
Correct.
And you work your ass off.
Correct.
As hard as you can to provide. Right? And if that's the household and your partner's happy for that,
Yeah.
and you guys have an agreement, what's the problem?
Yeah, if she's happy with it.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you meet someone who likes to work and that they get satisfaction and it's, you know, a sense of empowerment,
Yeah.
then you can't take that away from
No,
someone.
I won't. I'll give them an option.
You know what?
are
This is why I
also
don't
work.
hang out with you outside of work because you're an asshole.
Why?
What do you mean you'll give him two options?
I'll just. What do you mean? Am I not allowed to have a say in my own relationship?
Of course, you
I'm
can
just
have a
thinking-
say.
I'm not allowed to
but
have
you
it.
sound
I'm not
like
a-
someone that's just. It's sounding as if you're oppressing
No,
her
no.
choice. It sounds so much like that.
This is what's wrong with the world today. The fact that you think by me saying I'll give them a choice, right, that's oppressing someone. No, it's not. You don't like it? Be gone. I'll find someone that agrees with me.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the
Very
choice?
simple.
What's the choice?
Jeez, here's
What's
the choice.
the options?
You want to work and provide, then I will stay at home and do everything. But I will not work. If you want to work your ass off and you want to make the money for the family, then I will do the house chores. I will.
but
But that is my full-time job.
Hold on, you just contradicted yourself. You said you'll never do washing, and then now you're saying you will do
why
it.
will I never do washing? Because I'm out working my ass off for 12 hours a day trying to provide and protect for my family.
Yes, okay, but then what if she wants to work?
Then I will stay at home and you can be the provider.
What?
But in
is it that
this day and age, it's more than likely that both partners need to work.
That's because
They're not making millions.
I'm going to be in the top. I'm going to be in the top 0.1% of the population making millions of dollars.
Let's just say,
All right.
let's just say
You hold
you're
that to
not
yourself.
making millions, right? And I'm sure that's not happen. I'm sure your manifestation will come through, and you'll be, a billionaire,
It's not
right?
about manifesting.
Okay,
It's already happened.
Okay, it's already happened. It's already happened. However,
That's literally what manifesting is.
let's just say that's not the case, and you're on a decent wage, and you meet someone who is also on a decent wage. Then would you still have that option, or would it be like we can both do 50-50?
She can work. She can work if she wants to. But I'm just saying, why? Like, what's the point?
Because you need the money. That's why.
But not even that. People really enjoy their work that they do. Some people feel very passionate about
All
what
right,
they
well,
do.
that's fine. If you can juggle the washing in a full-time job, by all means, boo-boo, go make
I'm
your money.
sure that you'll like cook something.
I enjoy cooking. I enjoy cooking.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
When you get to that stage, you guys will find what you like and what you don't like, and then
100%.
you work together through what it is.
100%. I'll cook everything, and then I'll say, oh, look, I've cooked, the pots and pans need washing, babe, and I'll throw them at her.
But throw them at her.
Yes.
But damn the day that she says, you know what, I'm so exhausted from work today. Can you please do the washing?
No, I'll say, this is what's going to happen.
You are terrible. You are terrible.
He's feeding into
No,
this.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
So
I'm not.
feeding.
I'll say, my queen, fulfill your role, and I promise to give you a full body massage straight after. Fulfill your role. That's so bad.
God.
He's doing this on purpose, everyone.
God. No, look, like I said, I'd prefer a traditional household. I would happily go shovel shit for 12 hours for a couple $100 a day to provide for my family, as long as I come home to relax and have everything done, and you know what I mean.
Yaz carries around the 1950s home economics book in his backpack. No, but you know what? In all honesty, I think a lot of people do prefer to, like, especially for a man, it is true. Like, you do have this thing where you want to provide for your wife, right? And your girlfriend, wife, and children.
Yeah.
You would be the one that you never have to work again if you don't want to.
If you don't want to. Like,
you
I'm
never
not-
have to
yeah,
work
yeah.
again. You never have to go out and struggle at work and deal with people and assholes and all that stuff and, put up with all that stress. You never have to do that again, because I want to be the one that carries that load.
Yeah.
So everyone's around us is happy. That's deeply rooted in a guy. And I know it's different this day and age, but it is true. It's there. And I understand where you're coming from on that front.
Yeah.
It's just when it's the other way around, you got to pitch in, and that's what I'm at this stage. And especially when you have kids, you want to pitch in. Like, it's like you want to make sure the kids'
of
washing's
course.
taken care of. You will automatically do it. Every time someone, before they have kids, they think this way, but then they have it, and then everything's changed. A lot of things have changed, and I see it with like people close to me. People really close to me that have really deep rooted traditions from their heritages change purely because, holy shit, like, this is a big culture shock to our whole life. Like, if I don't chip in, I'll see the destruction of my household. So you can see that happening.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, if I was to actually go find a wife, let's say, go back to the homeland of Jordan, and I find myself a wife. The funny thing is, I almost can guarantee I will not do a house chore for the rest of my life.
That's all right. That's true.
because they are raised that way. Like, that's all they know. They will cook, they will clean, they will do every single thing that needs to be done in that house and keep it spotless and keep it running so perfectly, and the guy will never lift a finger in that household.
And on top of that, they will probably have a full-time job too.
Yeah.
And this is the thing about a woman. That's how strong they are, right? They can hold down all that stuff and do that. But then when you get in that relationship and you see her working so much, you're like, oh,
You want to help.
I have to help. It's my duty to help, because as part of this day and age, I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah, but if you're, like, realistically speaking, if you are shoveling shit for 10 hours a day and you come home, Kian, and she says, can you go do the laundry? Can you go do the washing? You'd be like, are you fucking serious?
If she's been sitting
Like,
at home sitting at home, but if she's been at home all day working, I don't know, I'd probably balance it out. Doesn't really matter. You just throw clothes in a washing machine.
What if your job is to shovel
soaping.
shit? Let's be honest, 99% of the time, a woman's career or a woman's job isn't going to be labor, and it's not going to be any heavy lifting or anything disgusting like working in pipes or anything like that, right? It's going to be an office job.
Yeah, but
90% of the time. Am I not wrong
But
here?
there's so many guys that are not working in like
That as
that
well.
kind of as a laborer. Like
true.
you're saying, like
No,
you're speaking about.
but I'm specifically speaking about something specific here. I'm not giving it a whole.
Yeah, I think.
Do you know what I mean? I'm saying.
I think it's the context, right? Like obviously, if there's a guy working in like shoveling shit for 10 hours a day and he's like exhausted when he comes home, he like physically is so then obviously he needs help as well. And
I think every day is
but-
different. Every day is different.
Yeah, and every job
And
is
you just,
different.
You just work with each other every day.
Yeah, it's all about. I think a partnership is all about elevating each other. So whatever that means in your relationship, it means what it means.
And
But-
also what you're good at. Like I have like a knack of putting the girls to sleep. So like I usually do that. And then the nights that I want off, and like, I just want to actually sit down, watch a show or whatever, I'll just like do work or whatever. Lorraine will go do it too.
yeah,
And then she'll send me a text message 10 minutes later.
it's so
Can you
much
please
better.
come and help? And I'm like, far out. But because they go to bed easier with me.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, exactly. I think 50-50 is always the best way to look at it, whatever that is. And sometimes it's 70-40. Sometimes it's, it just depends. Whatever you need from each other, that's what you provide. That's a partnership.
So have we changed it yet? Yes.
No laundry for me.
I will not do laundry. I will not laundry. I will not vacuum. And I'll also not mop.
Do you think it's because it's like, why? Is it
I
because
just don't like to do those
is this
things.
something you don't enjoy doing?
I don't. And I'm going to do a shit job at it too. So,
On purpose.
yeah.
Do you do no chores at your house? Like we living with your parents?
Can I just say something? I actually looked at my mum the other day while she was doing the dishes. And it was like, I was like working late. So it was like 1 a.m. And I was like,
And she was doing dishes at 1 a.m.
she was doing dishes at 1 a.m. So she had fallen asleep on the couch. She had work the next day. And then she woke up and I go, Mum, I said, just leave everything in the kitchen, go upstairs and sleep. It's not going to go anywhere. Right? Just go get some sleep.
Yeah, because I'm not going to do it.
I
I thought too. It's not going to go anywhere. It'll still be here in the morning.
See, you
You're
guys,
a terrible person.
See, you guys right now are judging me and you didn't even hear the end of the story. That's so slack of you.
Okay, what is the end of the story?
I cleaned the entire kitchen. She went to bed. I cleaned everything. I didn't. I'm joking. Yeah. I didn't do anything.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
I was working.
It'll be here until you do it next time. Yeah.
Listen, and then I was like, no, because like, anyways.
So what did she do? Did she go to bed and just finished it the next day?
she
No, she did everything. And I was looking, and I was watching her, and I was watching it, and I'm like, shit, man, I really need to help. But you got to realize something. The way my mum's brain is embedded. If she sees me get up to cook, which by the way, I love to cook.
She'll jump in.
She's sitting there. She's doing something. She's busy. Whatever she's doing, she's busy, right? If she sees me get up, go to the fridge and open the fridge, she will get out of whatever she's doing to go try cook me something. And I'm like, Mum, go sit down. No. You're hungry. I need to cook you something. That's how she is. That's how she's coded.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I get
very
how she's
usual for a
coded,
mum.
but she'll need help.
I will come home from whatever I'm doing and my bed will be new and done and new bed sheets and my room would be vacuuming. She just does it. It's not like I'm saying, Mum, my room's dirty. Why is it dirty? I'm not doing that. I'm just saying this is how my mum is.
Yeah, of course. But at some point, like she's gonna need help.
Do you think that is why you wouldn't do the household stuff around the house? Because your mum does it and you'd expect that to be from, not expect,
No,
but
I just like traditional households. Very simple. It motivates me to succeed in life.
Well,
It
you
motivates
better-
me to succeed in my job. It motivates me to say, I am the provider. I am the protector. That is my responsibility. That is my job.
Speaking of traditional weird things, not weird, but traditionals, the leap year. I want to get into the leap year
I
because
don't
I don't trust
understand
it.
it. I honestly don't understand what a leap year is. Straight up.
Every 4 years, an extra day is added into the calendar.
Yeah, but like why?
Because what they say is it happened in the Roman times, and the science also says that there's 365.25 days every year.
So
they like for a full Earth rotation around the sun is 365.25. So then that 25 gets added up every 4 years to 1.
it's about, I think
And then that's the
each
extra
day, I think each day is a couple minutes over 24 hours. So once that gets all added up over 4 years, it creates a whole new day.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's when they
add-
place that in. So the 29th.
So one day isn't exactly
Okay.
24 hours. It's 24 hours and let's say 7 minutes or something.
Gotcha. And then they accumulate that.
Accumulates
and
that over
add-
4 years.
Okay.
But
That makes sense.
But this is the thing about that leap year is I think it's a scam.
It is a scam. It's not the leap year that's a scam. It's the calendar that we run now is a scam.
Like it just like there is ways before what we use now as the Gregorian calendar. I think it is what we use now. Before that, it was 13 months.
13 months,
not 12.
Well, the thing is, we didn't actually use it, but it was created and was like, okay, well, this is how mathematically a year should be, right? It should be 13 months. It was the 13-month calendar was created by Auguste Comte in 1849. And they were like, this is the actual mathematical calculations of how the year should run. Very, very simple. There's 365 days in a year, right? You divide that by 13, it equals 28.
And that's a perfect 4, because there's 7 days in a week.
Yeah.
And 4 times 7 is 28. So it's a perfect mathematically designed.
So, yeah, exactly. So it actually calculates perfectly to 1 year, 13 months, 28 per month. You don't have to do this stupid 30 days in January, 31 in 28 in February, then March has 31 and then 30 the next. It's stupid.
And how is it fair when it comes to pay?
It's not. That's the thing.
It's not fair.
It's like, for example, we get paid monthly.
Yeah.
Right? So we get paid for a month's work. 12 months a year. We're losing out on a month, technically speaking. Because
that's true.
Unless you calculate, because you can break it down and calculate it per day, but that's not actually what your salary says. Your salary is saying it's paying you monthly.
But isn't it a breakdown of the hours you've done?
Well, no. Let me explain.
Like 8 hours.
Well, let me explain something to you, right? How on earth, if you get paid monthly, how on earth are you getting paid $10,000, right, a month, every single month, when every single month has an extra day or a day before or a day less? You're missing out on a day's pay. Am I not wrong here?
It depends if you're on salary or
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get paid
casual
monthly.
or whatever.
You get paid monthly. You get paid $10,000 a month. That is your salary, right? So come March, it's 30 days. You get paid $10,000. Then you have April. It's 31 days. You still get paid $10,000.
Right.
But there's an extra month. There's an extra day there. Where's my extra day's pay? Does that not make sense?
But what throws it off? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. I think it does make sense. But what throws it all off is like we have how many star signs are there? Isn't there like 13?
13.
Yeah, I think so.
And then you've got because I'm looking up here, there's like the ancient Hebrew calendar occasionally add 13th month to keep the calendar aligned with the solar year and agricultural seasons. Like, how does it make sense then for the seasons?
Why? Because what? How many seasons?
There's 4 seasons a year and 3 months each season.
That's 12.
That's 12. So what was it when it was 13? Because it says here that it was 13 months and then it's changed to 12.
But you got to realize when we talk about seasons, it's not like you wake up one day, it's winter, then you wake up the next day. And
it's like a stark difference.
It's not a stark difference. It fades in and out.
Yeah, it does.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not exactly every 3
So
months.
the reasoning why the term scam comes up is because technically we are scammed out of a month of pay.
Pretty much, yeah. You're scammed out of a month of pay, legitimately. How many, if I asked you, Nishi, how many weeks are there in a month?
How many? 4.
Wrong. How can there be 4? How many days in a week?
Well, on average, but
there's no on average.
On average, 7?
There's no on average.
No, but it's like 4.
There's 7 days in a week.
Yeah, there's 7 days in a week, but
And then
each month is 4 weeks or 4.5 weeks.
It's 4.5 weeks.
The only month that's actually perfect is February in a non-leap year.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, we're getting scammed.
I'm telling
you now.
Isn't the money then that for that extra month added on to added and then spread out the 12 months? Maybe that could be the case.
I don't know. Look, I'm no math genius here. I've only done the basics, and the maths ain't mathin'. That's all I'm saying.
It's not math.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's an interesting concept. I've never heard of the 13 months proposal.
It just makes more sense. It makes so much more sense.
Well, my brother was born on the 1st of March. He turns 40.
Tomorrow.
It's the first. No, today.
No.
My brother's birthday today.
It's your brother's birthday
You better
today.
call him.
So he was born a couple of hours into today. on a leap year. So
Was he born on a leap
He
year?
was born in a leap year. So he would have been on the February 29th and he's 40. So he technically, if he was born on the February 29th, he would have only been 10.
Well, no, that's not how it works.
I would have been older than my older brother.
That's not how it works.
I kind of wish I was.
But
too.
how weird is that the date actually doesn't exist anymore?
Like
No,
I said,
but you know
So how
what?
does he celebrate his
Oh.
birthday?
well, he's born on a normal day of a normal calendar day.
Do you say he's born on a leap year though? You said,
During a leap year. So a leap
oh,
year
it
is a
was
year
during
where they
a
add
leap-
the extra day in.
but he wasn't actually born on the leap
Day.
day, which is today.
Do you know what's
No, which is
Do you
yesterday.
know what I just calculated in my head? Everyone's birthday is thrown off every year by
One.
every 4 years by 1 day.
No, it's every year by one.
No.
So like if you were born on if your birthday was Monday this year, next year will be Tuesday.
what are you talking about?
So whatever day you're born on, the next year that is your birthday, it will be the next
Yeah,
day.
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying because of the leap year, because 1 day is added into the calendar,
Yeah.
that would mean our actual birthdays are now 1 day further away,
Oh,
which means every 4 years we get pushed 1 day. So your brother, for example, right, March 1st, his birthday was actually 10 days ago.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying.
It was actually 10 days ago because there was a random...
I'm getting so confused.
If my
guys.
brain's hurting, I can't imagine what Anisha's brain's
Oh,
feeling
ha
right
ha
now.
ha! But this is actually confusing.
But
You
it's
know
very
why?
confusing and hurting.
Imagine what the listeners are thinking right now. Well, I'm so sorry for this.
Look, it's interesting, but I've never thought that much into a leap year. But they always confused me. It made sense about like accumulating. And that's why. That's what happens. A day gets added
Yeah.
on after every 4 years. But the conspiracy theory is confusing my mind.
Okay. Well, I know you wanted to do a reaction video, Yaz.
But what can?
But we've run out of time.
run out
Oh,
of
would
time.
you look at that? Let's have a quick chat about what happened before we turn the mics on, shall we?
Oh no,
Shall we, Kian?
we've run out of
What?
time for
You gotta
that.
listen to me a bit
We're
more.
running out of time.
Yeah, I know, but I told you this was going to happen, and you're like, no, it won't happen. I said
Well, it's
to
not
you-
my fault that you started opening up about your traditional households, and we had to dive into it to make sure you
Well,
sound
that's the thing.
like a normal person.
You got to realize we can't.
an asshole.
You can't limit ourselves on this podcast. When we talk about something, we can talk about it for
Well,
an
there's a
hour.
whole nother episode we can go to.
I just want you to just look at me in the eyes and say, Yaz, you were right.
No, you weren't right.
But I was.
No, you
I said
weren't.
to you, 4 topics is going to be too long. We're going to go over time. And you said, no, we're not. I'll control it. I'll make sure we move on.
Well, did anyone do their secret word?
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Were you doing it?
No, I forgot to.
Imagine Kian did it the whole time.
Can you imagine that whole word was suburbia or suburb?
No, the whole word was Yaz as an
Did you
arsehole.
explain the secret word to the listeners?
No, I forgot.
Oh, so now it means nothing
It
to
means
them.
nothing. So we'll have to do that next episode as well. So next episode we'll do secret word. We'll have a word each that we have to mention throughout the episode, and
Yeah,
then
cool.
and then we got to guess what each other's word was,
Oh, God.
and we'll do Yaz's reaction video.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work because this word thing, every time I say I'm going to smile or laugh.
No,
Well, you have to hold it in.
You won't.
Okay. All right. Well, be ready for that. Find out what
Alright.
our secret words is, and Yaz's almighty reaction video piece of content that we missed out today.
Just say it before we go. Just say it. Say, Yaz, you were right.
No.
Wait, who are you, Avnisha? Just say it, Kian.
Yaz, you were.
Already cancelled.
If you like the podcast, prove it. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave us a cheeky review.